Welcome back to the channel, and for this one, I want to break down, or I should say review, the NFLPA report cards that came out a few days ago, breaking down into different categories for treatment of families, nutrition, weight room, staff strength, or strength staff, training room, training staff, and locker room. So we're going to do from worst to first. They're not all necessarily going to be in order because it's just breaking down the categories. I do have the full list below for this one, but we're going to kind of break down each team. Actually, better yet, let's we'll break them down for worst for each team for each category. So starting off, we have the Washington Commanders, Jaguars, Cardinals, and Bengals all got an F. Bengals kind of surprised me with this one. I didn't consider them dysfunctional in this part, in this sense of it. The other ones don't surprise me at all, but kind of eye-opening, especially. And you'll notice too, some of the best teams in the NFL do have bad ranks or bad grades for certain categories, which is surprising because at face value you would think the best teams in the NFL would have overall the best in every category. They'd be up there, but it's not the case. Bring it down for D plus, D minus. Pittsburgh Steelers is tied for worse in terms of for these grades for the Steelers and Chargers. Then we have the Broncos, Rams, Buccaneers. Again, in terms of recent success and history, you would think the Steelers would be up there. Always reviewed as a pristine franchise, so I'm really surprised that family is that low. Chargers, I don't know. I guess, for picking coaches and stuff like that, I do see it as functional. I didn't know anything about for families. So a lot of these just probably for you guys surprised me how low some teams are. Broncos, same way. I'm a little surprised that they rank pretty low for this. Rams, just looking at the Sean McVay era, pretty successful team since he's been there. So pretty surprising that that's low. Especially the Broncos, vice versa, haven't done well, but a little surprised with that. Tampa, again, same way. Well, outside of Brady, I guess, I can see this why. I can see why this would be this low. So going to the C's: New England, Chicago, Cleveland, Miami, Baltimore, Jets. Again, dynasty. Before, if you want to mark the end, was 2019. They had a 19-year dynasty run. I know this is kind of for this, just solely based on this year. But I thought this would be a little bit higher, especially with, again, just the prestige of the franchise. I thought this would be a little bit higher than C minus. Other ones that not surprised. Miami. This was, just a quick overview. This was Miami's worst grade. They were, just give you a spoiler for the list. They came in second, I'm pretty sure, in the grade. They were top 3 at very least, and this was their worst grade. And of course, you can see, it's A's all across the board. So the fact that families is a C plus, that's their worst grade. They'll take that. Of course, you want to see that better, but Baltimore, same way too. You're going to see a lot, and we'll kind of break down as we go along quickly. You got C plus, got an F minus. So again, for another one, high, especially if you watch Undisputed with Shan Sharp, he always raves about the Baltimore Ravens, and a lot of former players do, Ray Lewis and them. So surprising that they have problems like that. Not horrible, it's average, but again, just a little surprised. So for B's, a lot of B's. Philly, Tennessee, Raiders, Falcons, Chiefs. And you'll see, point out too, they rank one of the worst in the league overall. Let's see, Detroit, Packers, 49ers, Houston was really up there for overall for organization, which is shocking because they always view it recently as dysfunctional. Giants, Seahawks, Colts, Saints. For A's, Bills, Vikings, Panthers, Cowboys. Nutrition. Start from the bottom. For F's, Cardinals, Bengals, Saints, Chargers. Let's see. Kind of point out some that surprised me. Again, same way for Bengals. Very surprising that they have a problem back-to-back treatment of families and nutrition. They overall did rank pretty low on the list. So I guess when you look at that, everything else, had a couple, D minus. They do have a couple A's and B's, but overall not good. see, Detroit, they're slowly trying to build back up, so I'm not surprised that they have some of these problems. Let's see. Commanders, not shocking. I thought that'd probably be like an F. Buffalo, I guess for our Bills, this was a tough one. This was probably two of the worst ones. There is another category that is missing. It's travel. It is on this list. They don't have another list. There's another category for travel. That's the only thing I was looking at first. I didn't see. So travel, we got a D in for that. That's only two bad grades we had. Was travel, we had a D, and then for nutrition, we had a C. So make sure, nutrition is a C. There you go. On the flip side, Baltimore with a B minus. Kind of, just quickly browsing down. For A's, Raiders, 49ers, Vikings, Dolphins, Eagles, Packers. Kind of give you the best ones. Bills, weight room was tied for first, well, along with everyone else. Buffalo, Bills, Raiders, Dolphins, Cowboys, Bears. Kind of flipping the other way around. Arizona was the only team that got an F, and as you see, as a quick glance, they did horrible overall with their grades. They only had two that weren't Fs, training staff and strength staff. But yeah, not only F. Weight room was surprising. Again, New England, especially with all the dynasty, I thought Robert Kraft would put a lot of money into this, a lot of investment into the team. So very surprised with that. I'll give you a quick glance of the next ones. And then a lot of teams got A's. So doesn't seem like that difficult of a one. But again, standard. So training staff, or strength staff, I should say. Okay. A lot of teams got A's. A lot of teams. Even for B's. And you see the big dip. You go from third worst, at least on this rank, which is a B. You jump down to a D minus and an F minus. Again, Baltimore, I know there was a couple of players that I think called out the training staff too, or the strength staff, I should say. And it's very surprising, especially for Baltimore. Again, overall, I always hear from former players on TV and stuff that they're very high respected and so forth. Of course, they have the big dilemma with Lamar Jackson, how they're handling that. But overall, I hear a lot of good things of Baltimore. So very shocked that they are one of the worst. For this one, got Viking, again, quick for the A's, Vikings, Dolphins, Bears, Raiders. A little surprised with the Bears being this high. I'll give you a quick overview with this. Done a lot of poor grades, D's and F's. Kansas City, that was training room, which is very surprising with that. Again, I know. You would think for especially the last 5 years with Mahomes, 5 AFC championships, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl wins. You would think that they would really try and invest right now into the team and get everything as best possible, seeing they are viewed as the best team in the NFL. Detroit, again, I'm not shocked by that. Cincinnati, as you've seen, very overall horrible grades, but I would assume for the owner at least that that he has great talent there. The team overall is doing well. Hopefully for their sake, that it seems like overall in the future that they will project high. So you would hope that they will invest in the future for that. Again, Pittsburgh for this, very shocking that they came this low. And the other one's not surprising. Chargers, I'm pretty sure I read that they were working out in like an office building or something like that. It's like for a makeshift weight room because they don't have a facility. It's not going to be done until 2024. So yeah, a little surprised. Some of these reports are surprising. So training staff, everybody got A's. Almost everybody got A's. A lot of people did. Again, you see the cutoff here. You go C. No one got an F for this, thankfully. But once again, D minus for the reigning Super Bowl champions. Commanders, not surprising. Again, a lot of people got A's. Some of these for training staff didn't seem too bad. It seemed pretty easy for everyone. I know a lot of players were afraid to kind of tell the head trainer, I believe, their injury problems. Yeah. And also going back to the investment for the training room, I think it's 56% of the players don't think the owner will invest in the team, like weight room and stuff. So yeah, very shocking, especially what I keep saying. for the Super Bowl champions, especially the last 5 years, how dominant they've been, that there's big concerns with these. And then finally, we do have locker room. Vikings got an A. Again, it seems like overall everyone did a pretty good job. Get to here where we start getting average. And cuts off here. So Cleveland. So this one was, sorry, locker room. Where's the locker room? Say Cleveland, and surprised Steelers rated low. Rams, again, I mean, they just built a new stadium a few years ago. So I would assume that they would have a weight room unless they share a weight room with the Chargers and they're in the same dilemma as they are. I could kind of see that. But I mean, if they don't, if they have separate ones, I'm a little surprised by that. Again, Kansas City. You see Chargers are right there. So pretty on par. Again, Kansas City. Once again, I keep pounding the door, the table for this. It's crazy that they rank so low in so many categories. They only have one A, and outside of that, they have a B. So they have like 2 grades out of what, 7? Yeah, out of 7 or 8. I don't know I forgot what they rated out of travel. And then you have Arizona and Washington right here. So overall, that's a kind of quick breakdown of each category. Again, we'll now see the travel one. So this one is if it does, wrong one. Sorry. So this is this is the official overall rankings for the team, and as you can see for travel time, not in order, but Cowboys C, Giants got a D, or Bills. That's the other one. I said they had a big knock on was a D+. Let's see, D for the Eagles, 2 Fs for Colts and Titans, F for Buccaneers, F for Chiefs. Again, another big knock, and you see overall that they rank 29 in the league, and F- for Commanders. So not surprising that Washington overall came last in the NFL. We figured that. No one likes the owner, always in the news for controversies and so forth. Hopefully, in their sake, that they do get a new owner, and there's talks about them potentially getting a new stadium soon. So, going over the quick list. So, Cardinals, a little surprised that you see the grades why they came in 31st, but a little surprised that overall that they had some of these problems. I thought maybe it'd be a little bit higher, but it came in 31. Chargers were 30. Chiefs 29. Again, very shocked that for a successful team recently that they'd be this low. Jags, Bengals. Like I said, a few minutes ago, they did rank low at 27. Yep. Patriots, again, for a dynasty to be at this point 24, surprising. See Steelers 22. A little shocked by that. Ravens 18. Not horrible. It's in the middle of the pack, but you would, again, what I keep saying about 4 more players, and for me not hearing very little controversies and dysfunction with the Ravens, aside from going out with Lamar Jackson. I'm a little surprised with that. Let's see. Bears, a little surprised that they're this high. I am a little surprised that they were this high, but hey, it's a good for being success-wise being pretty bad. It's a great building block for that, especially when you start getting great players. That overall you've done pretty well. Just got to fix the nutrition part. And also, I forgot to say too, for the Cardinals, it came out saying that they were the only team that charged their players for food. So yeah, it's another reason why they're this low. Probably should. I guess you could probably put them last, but I'm sure everyone agrees with Commanders being this low, or the last, I should say. Saints, Bills. For my Bills, they did rank 9th, so pretty good. Top 10, but of course I thought it'd be a little bit higher than that, but overall, again, it's not bad. If you're the worst thing is travel and then nutrition, you can fix that. The only worst one being, of course, travel. Nutrition's decent. Giants did really well. B's and A's. 49ers, same way, just had a C+. Packers, Cowboys, Texans. This one really shocked me. Texans being 4 really shocked me, against vice versa. You always hear the controversies, dysfunction, controversy with the owner, with obviously racial stuff with the father that passed away not too long ago. But again, always a lot of controversies with the Texans. So they see that their pristine, I should say, for all these categories, really surprising. Raiders, not shocked because almost everything's brand new, building in Vegas. So not surprised by that. Although I think there was a knock on coaching for Josh McDaniels. Not surprised. Not really too high on him to begin with. Miami, like I said, worst grade was a C+. Everything else was A's. And then Vikings was the only team in the NFL that had straight A's. Their worst being an A- for food and nutrition. So really good overall. So that's again, give you a quick overview of from first to last of where the team's ranked. So again, I want to make a quick video on this. I say it really shocked me on some of the problems that some teams have, especially what I keep saying for the Chiefs. Thought the Ravens be a little bit higher, and so forth. Bengals, Patriots. So I just want to make a video kind of showing you the overall chart, because I had at least personally for me, I did have a difficult time trying to find a chart. There were some teams where it did have the list, but it didn't have the breakdown for every category like the two I showed you. For this one, I will leave a link in the description if you want to go check this out for yourself and kind of break it down slowly for each team. This definitely helps. The only knock on this is that, again, it just doesn't have the travel part on it. But but this is where it comes in right here. So again, I'll leave a link to the website for this one. So if you want to go on your own and break it down for yourself, you can. With all that being said, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.